He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get the first possession of the game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just
lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Street. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the pass, defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Now from inside the red zone. This time on target. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he's not... Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's Turner. Now improvising. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Caught behind the line. It's Irvin. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Good little pickup there as he saw some the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this.
Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Number 17.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by a field goal over Florida. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll decline. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This offense has a 2nd down play. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Quarterback will audible. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He finds his man.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. It's complete to the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football. And give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Turner. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
That's caught. It's Street. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Got his man out of the backfield. Fighting off the defender. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The back goes in motion. Going to the running game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And he's dragged down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. Now the pitch. And he's got a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Looking to throw, it's Turner. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going up top on first down. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line gets set, first down. Nothing but green ahead. The 10. Touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Dropping back, it's Turner. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass on second down. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. One more snap coming before halftime. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. Got his man quickly. And it's a touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 13 over Central Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Here comes Clemson with another first down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Turner. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Catch in the middle. It's Street. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Toss to the outside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here.
He makes the connection. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal flag. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting it.
Grabs it inside the 10. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
We're trailing this much in the fourth quarter. The offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Looking downfield, it's Turner. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Still looking, on the move. At the 40, there he goes. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Direct snap. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They can throw it. They can run it. They've got so much balance. And that's what makes them so hard to stop.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 2nd down, he'll fire. They'll run the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He's looking to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
This game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Turner. He wants a big play here late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He's looking for an open man on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Streeton. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. To the air, it's Turner. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Now the play fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. So they're on the 1-yard line. The incomplete pass on second down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground this time. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. DB's right up on the receivers. Coming after him. Buys a little time with his feet. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from them.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays